I'm Martin Smith, and welcome to ICHTHYS Theatre Productions, The Return of the Sequel, Part 2. I originally wrote this play in 2014 as a radio comedy for the Left of Center Festival. Recently, ICHTHYS Theatre Productions was talking about how to perform in this time of isolation, and we decided to revisit this play. We've tweaked it a bit. However, we do have one original cast member. You're going to meet all of them in just a moment. We're also going to use this opportunity to raise a few dollars, so there should be a GoFundMe link right on the bottom of your screen. Well, it should appear soon. We'd like to take this opportunity to thank the Rope Factory Event Hall for the use of their facilities and for helping us with this show. Now, sit back and enjoy The Return of the Sequel, Part 2.
No problem. I have 3 hours. 3 hours to write an entire play. All I have to do is concentrate on the ideas. Don't think about the pressures of the deadline from your publisher, Devon, the great Satan. Don't think about the fact that I have had 3 months to write this and sat around watching reruns of Brooklyn Nine-Nine and eating Dr. Pepper jelly beans. Don't think about the fact that you've started writing this play 57 times and never got past the first page. Just focus on the goal. A fully realized play with character development, plot twists, and memorable dialogue. Don't think about the clock. Don't think about failure after failure. I'm thinking about it. 2 hours and 59 minutes. 2 hours and 59 minutes! I feel trapped in an endless loop of repeating the same bad ideas. Trapped in an endless loop of false starts and petering out like a sloth in a 100-yard dash. Focus, Frankie. It's just words. Vowels and consonants and the willy-nilly use of exclamation marks. Words shuffled like a deck of cards until they make sense. You can get past the title page, Frankie. You can do it. You don't have to sit and stare at the computer screen. You don't have to yell at it like a drunken sailor with Tourette's syndrome. You've written plays before. Not good ones, but you've done it. This is simply writer's block. A large, heavy, concrete writer's block stationed like a beached whale on top of my head. All I need is one good idea. Or half of a good idea. Or a sliver of an idea and an audience with really low expectations. You can do it, Frankie. You can do it! 2 hours and 58 minutes. 2 hours and 57 minutes and 59 seconds. Oh. Here we go. Play number 27 by Francine DeSalle. A young, dashing man knocks on the door of a quaint English countryside estate. Alfie Badenhurst calls out.
Hello? Who's there?
the young man, Sir Nigel Pippendorf, responds... No. It is an older gentleman, Captain Rick O'Shea. He is Irish.
Top of the morning, ma'am. My name is Captain Rick O'Shea. I was wondering if I could have a moment of your time.
I don't open the door to strangers.
I knew your husband, Broderick.
No. His name is Ronald.
Ronald.
No. Philip.
Philip.
No. I had it right the first time. Broderick.
Broderick. He served on my ship for 10 years. I was recently going through some old papers and discovered a letter that is obviously addressed to you. Are you Elfie Badenhurst?
Yes, I am.
Could I speak to you, ma'am?
Alfie invites O'Shea into her home, and they sit in the library. It is a large room with oak shelving, antique lamps, and large watercolor paintings on the walls. On second thought, Rick O'Shea is from Boston.
This is the letter I was speaking about. It is from your late husband. It has your name on it.
It is a letter from Broderick.
Alfie's eyes scan the document. It immediately makes her think of her dashing husband, Broderick Badenhurst. They had met years ago at a coffee shop. She was a student from Canada studying at Oxford. He was a young naval officer on a furlough suffering from aquaphobia. Even now, she could almost hear his voice. No. It would be better if she reads the letter out loud to Rick O'Shea.
My darling Alfie, if you are reading this letter, then I have doubtlessly perished at sea, tossed upon the waves of the dark blue demon, hurled into a blistering, unforgiving winds of a perfect storm. Or perhaps I ate bad oysters. Either way, I will not be coming home to you, my snooky gumdrops. I know how disappointing and heartbreaking this must be. Words are not sufficient to tell you how much I adore you, my lemon pudding. You are my everything, dumpling bunny. How I long to embrace you and walk with you along the pathways of our old familiar haunts, hand in hand through fields of gold, my sugar-tender cookie dough. Know that if there is an afterlife, I am watching over you. Not in a creepy, intrusive way, but in the stars above and inside your heart, my butter biscuit baby. And although I am gone and we shall never see each other this side of eternity, please remember these two things. 1, I will always love you, forever and ever. And 2, I think I left the keys for the tool shed in the pocket of my green jacket. As always, with great love and affection, your little possum cuddleball, Broderick. Oh, I think I might be sick.
Me too. That was wicked sappy.
That's not what I meant. He's gone. Somehow I always believed there was a chance he would return. Sure, it's been over a decade, and I snapped up the insurance money like a vulture on an antelope. But still, I held out hope.
I am sorry, Alfie. Care for a tissue?
Excuse me. I'm sorry. This is embarrassing.
Yes, it is.
I want to thank you for bringing me this letter. It allows closure and the possibility for me to pick up an award for my acting.
I wish there was more I could do, like, acting lessons.
You've done enough. After all, you were the captain on the ship that my husband perished on. And yet, here you are, as healthy as an ox. A highly suspicious set of circumstances. But I am thankful nonetheless that you brought me this letter. I just wish... Wait, there's something written on the back.
What does it say?
P.S. My dearest Alfie, I have hidden a treasure map in an old dictionary in the library. The map will lead you to a golden treasure hidden in a cave in Malta. Whatever you do, do not mention this to Captain Rico. Sugar, lumps of honey, honey. You are my candy girl. Love, Broderick.
Arr, the treasure map. Just what I've been looking for.
What happened to your voice?
I'm not Captain O'Shea. He perished with your husband when our ship attacked theirs. My name is Captain Jack Pigeon, and this was the clue to the treasure I've been looking for, lo, these many years.
Just then, Alfie's young, dashing nephew, Reggie Smoothbottom, knocks on the door of the library. He calls out to his aunt. No, wait. It is her sister, Margarita.
Alfie! Alfie! Is everything okay?
Tell her everything is okay, and to leave you alone, or my blade will surely cut you down.
Leave me alone, or his blade will surely cut me down.
That's not what I meant. I said tell her everything is okay.
Wait a minute. You're not going to hurt me. You need me to find the dictionary and the treasure map.
What are you talking about? There's a dictionary on the bookshelf just over there.
Shoot.
Now, tell her to go away.
No, you're probably going to kill me anyway, so I refuse to cooperate.
Alfie! Is everything all right?
Everything's lovely, darling. Please be a good little Poppins and get lost.
Alfie, you sound terrible. Do you have a cold?
Yes, I have a bit of frog in my throat. It's terribly contagious. A bad case of kermititis. Now, run along.
Oh, the door is locked. I'm coming in, even if I have to break it down. Alfie, who is this man? Are you all right?
This is Captain Pigeon Poop. He's the man who killed my darling Broderick, and now he has come to steal his treasure map.
It's not pigeon poop.
Yes, it is. This whole thing is pigeon poop. He can't be a pirate. Pirates are so passé. He should be more mysterious and less cartoonish. Something that has never been done before. An evil Russian.
This is Captain Ivan Downhillski. He's from Moscow. He killed my husband while at sea, and now he's here to steal the treasure map leading to untold wealth in a cave in Malta.
You vile and heinous man! How can you live with yourself?
I have lived with myself all my life. I had a roommate once for 6 months, but it did not work out. Now, enough of the polite chitty-chat. Let us fetch the map from the dictionary, and don't make any funny bone moves. I have a knife.
Gun.
Gun.
Candlestick.
Candlestick.
Rope.
Weapon. I have a weapon, and I am not afraid to use it. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
I don't like you now.
Oh, stop with your dilly-dallies. You, Margaritaville, go get the dictionary.
She drags a chair across the floor. She climbs up and removes the large volume from the shelf. I just remembered. She speaks with a lisp.
Here's your dictionary, Downhillski. Slime buckets like you are the scourge of society. A pestilence spitting in the eyes of social conventions. Someday, you will receive your comeuppance.
Downhillski opens up the dictionary. He flips through the pages, looking for a map. HIJKLNO. M. There, in the letter M, under the word map, he finds a piece of weathered yellow paper. It is aged and brittle. He opens it carefully.
Sweet! Stalin's sister! It's a map!
Da! And now it is all mine. Hand me the phone. I must rendezvous with my partner in crime.
Hello, this is Filcher. Is that you, Ivan?
Yes, darling. I have the map.
Why are you speaking with a Russian accent? You're from Newfoundland.
Sorry there. I used it to throw these buffoons off the trail. The main thing is I found the treasure map.
Excellent. Excellent. Shall we meet at the agreed upon rendezvous point?
Absolutely.
6th Street and 23rd Avenue.
Gilchrist Drive and Dines Boulevard.
It is 6th and 23rd. Remember, the 24-hour pet funeral home just beyond the train station. Meet me there in 30 minutes.
Right. Train station 26th and 3rd. I'll get there by and by. So, bye-bye. Now, I will have you two move away from the door, or else.
Or else what, you sanctimonious, swindling so-and-so?
How dare you speak moistly to me? Don't press your luck. You will not live to regret it.
I don't care if you frighten the lisp right out of me. You'll never get away with this.
What makes you say that?
Right here in the script. Page 12.
Nothing can stop us now.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Not even if suddenly my big strapping boyfriend Anton walked through the door and said...
Nothing can stop us. We have the map, and by the time you contact the authorities, we will be out of the country and on our way to the malt shop.
Malta?
Right. Thank you. So please, if you don't mind, ladies, move aside. I would hate to have to use my lead pipe.
Before you go, I have one question.
Fine. What is it?
Where did the treasure come from? How did my husband know about it? Who made the map? How much gold is there? How long has it been hidden away? Is it jewelry, bars, nuggets, or gold dust?
Stop it. It doesn't matter what the history of the treasure is. You'll never see any of it. Out of the way, dollface.
Margarita and Alfie immediately called the police. The authorities had a difficult time believing there was a gold treasure and that a Russian, Irish, Bostonian, Newfoundlander pirate had stolen their map. Nonetheless, they sent out a young officer by the name of Jay Walker to the scene of the crime. No, it was rookie officer Lucy Crumbcake, who showed up about 20 minutes later.
So, you are saying this...
She is from Kentucky.
So, y'all are saying this Irish pirate, Russian, Boston, Newfoundlander fellas stole a treasure map to a vast trove of gold in Malta?
Yes, and he is the man who killed my husband. This is the letter that he brought me.
Perished at sea. Bad oysters. Lemon pudding? Mumble. Hand in hand. Look, Miss Butter Biscuit Baby, I am not sure there is anything I can do.
It's Badenhurst.
Sorry, Miss Butter Biscuit Badenhurst. My superior officer ain't gonna let me go on some wild goose chase.
He's not a goose. He's actually a human being.
That helps, but I still won't be able to chase a pirate. Give me a break. A pirate?
I knew that was a bad choice.
There ain't nothing to go on but your story. Frankly, it's a little hard to believe. We need some evidence that a crime has actually been committed. I wish I could help.
What about the P.S.? The note on the back of the letter.
Treasure, cave, Malta. Wait just one confounded minute. Are you saying this gold treasure is real?
Yes, I said that right from the start. Literally the first words out of my mouth. Ivan Downhillski is getting away as we speak.
Well, I'll be Barney Fife on a hot August afternoon.
No. She can't be from the South. Why would a police officer from Kentucky be working for Scotland Yard? Continuity, Frankie. Cohesion. She's from New York.
I had better call this in. On my walkie-talkie. Sergeant Filter, this is Officer Lucy Crumbcake. I am over at the, Butter Baby Buckle Badenhurst home, and I'm inclined to believe this story is true.
Wait a minute. Did you say Officer Filcher?
Yes, he's my superior officer. I need to inform him what is going on.
Filcher. Where have I heard that name before?
You do keep saying it over and over.
That's the same name of the woman that Ivan was going to meet. Something smells fishy.
Sardines?
Unless I miss my mark, there is an unforeseen plot twist, a common device in this kind of pedestrian story. I think there is a very good chance that your Sergeant Filcher is in cahoots with Louise and Ivan.
You don't mean...
Yes, I do mean. It would appear, Officer Crumbcake, that there is a bad apple in your police department.
So it ain't sardines.
I implore you. We must go to the train station and try to pick up the trail of Ivan and Louise. You can't say anything to your sergeant.
I wouldn't dream of it.
Good.
Mostly because I have no idea what you're yammering on about.
We should head out to the train station now. We haven't a moment to waste.
The three women dashed out of the house and onto the streets.
Gee, Officer Crumbcake, you drive a scooter.
I'm still a rookie.
Let's take my car, Alfie.
Brilliant.
The three women made a mad dash for the car.
Okay, let's go.
Oh, there's something wrong.
We didn't have much of a budget.
Perhaps we should take the scooter.
Can this thing go any faster?
It's not built for 3 people.
An old woman pushing a cart filled with groceries just passed us.
Okay, hang on. I'm gonna gun it.
I can feel the breeze in my hand.
I think the old woman just sneezed.
This scooter may not be much to look at, but she'll get it done.
We have to get there before Ivan.
Before he and Louise take off on that train to Malta.
You do realize that Malta is an island in the Mediterranean Sea? There's limited train service from the UK.
That doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Neither does screaming 3 pages of dialogue just so that the writer can get you to project your lines.
Are we almost at the train station yet?
Just about. Let me crank her up again.
There it is, over by the 24-hour pet funeral home.
I see it!
Park in the back alley.
Roger! Hang on, ladies!
Okay, here we are.
You don't need to keep yelling.
Where do you suppose they'll be? If they haven't already left.
Perhaps we should split up and search. Do you both have phones?
Yes!
Probably.
All right. My number is 555 55 5 5.
Just a second. Let me write that down.
I will go to the funeral home. Margarita, you go to departures. Lucy, you go to the ticket counter. Call if you see them.
The three women separate. Alfie enters the 24-hour pet funeral home. An ominous-looking man stands behind the counter.
Welcome, and let me say from the bottom of my heart as you enter my fine establishment, how very happy I am to finally have some lines.
Don't be practicing your Tony Awards speech just yet. I won't be here long.
We offer the area's second best pet funeral services, and as I always say, you can count on me.
Did you see a man and a woman today who were carrying a treasure map?
No, I cannot say that I did. The only couple I saw today were from an ant farm.
An ant farm?
Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to come up with 382 little bitty coffins.
You know, I think I preferred it when you didn't have any lines.
Meanwhile, Lucy was at the train ticket counter.
Good afternoon. My name is Officer Lucy Crumbcake. I'd like to ask you a couple of questions. What's your name?
Win Burns.
Win Burns?
No, I'm not a 00 agent. It's just Win Burns.
You did it again. Is there one or two wins in your name? You know, some people have the same name twice, like BB or Toto or Jaja or Boutros Ghali.
Is there something I can help you with?
I am actually looking for a couple of friends.
Have you tried the Women's Auxiliary Club on 37th Street? They hold social events on Friday nights. Bingo, dancing...
No, I mean specific friends. Their names are Louise Filcher and Ivan Downhillski. Or it may be a woman and a pirate. Or a woman and a Russian-Irish guy with a distinct Boston Newfoundlander accent.
A pirate?
They would have been trying to buy a ticket to Malta.
You realize Malta is an island?
That's the rumor. I guess you have to keep the windows rolled up the entire trip.
Yes. Yes. There is no train to Malta.
Perhaps they were buying their ticket to ride to a nearby wharf?
Oh, there is the 8:15 to Point Digby.
When does that leave?
9:30.
Do you remember selling 2 tickets to a couple?
A woman and a guy with an eye patch. Nope. But there was someone from East London and one of the members from ABBA.
ABBA?
Yes, they bought 2 tickets about 20 minutes ago. Track 29.
Lucy made a mad dash for the door. After 4.5 minutes of pulling on a door that only opens when you push on it, she ran towards Alfie.
Did you find anything out, Officer Crumbcake?
Yes. I have really good information. The Women's Auxiliary Club holds bingo every Friday night.
What about Louise and Ivan?
Well, I suppose they could come too, but it is a women's club.
I meant about them buying a train ticket.
Yes. It appears they bought 2 tickets to Point Digby, track 29. It leaves in 15 minutes.
We had better hurry. Look, over there. It's Margarita. Ivan has captured her. Quickly.
Don't come any closer.
You're Swedish?
Yeah. My real name is Edvard Mygren.
Can I see some ID?
Stay where you are. I have my index finger stuck in her back like I am holding a gun. One false move and I will tickle her. And I must warn you, she has a full bladder.
You fiend.
I should warn you, sir. I am an officer of the law. I am here to place you under arrest.
Not so fast, Officer Crumbcake.
Sergeant Filcher.
Sergeant Filcher?
That's right, Mrs. Badenhurst. My name is Sergeant Filcher. I look nothing like the other man who works in the 24-hour pet funeral home. It was a completely different character, and no one should be confused.
What are you doing here, Sergeant Filcher?
I'm preventing you from making a big mistake, Crumbcake. You're just a rookie. You wouldn't understand.
I understand. Filcher here is related to Louise Filcher, and he sold us all down the river for a portion of the treasure.
Ah, so you do understand.
You're related to Louise.
That is right. He is my 3rd cousin once removed.
It was a misunderstanding. I had a couple of beers and they said I was being disorderly and they asked me to leave, but it only happened once.
You think you're pretty smart, don't you, Mrs. Badenhurst? But we still have the map, and now we have your cistern.
My cistern?
No, your cistern.
It sounded like you said cistern.
Yes, you said cistern.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
I like the band Twisted Sister.
Shut your valves. All of you, we are going to board the train to Point Digby. We are taking Margarita Vesas as insurance. If any of you tries to follow us, we will be forced to kill her.
Please, no, don't let them take me. Don't let them do this to me. I have so much to live for. Oh, I'm scared. I'm frightened. Please, help me. I'm too young to overact.
Jeez, Louise, please, show some compassion. Take me instead.
Yeah, we don't want you. You irritate us.
Take Sergeant Filcher.
He's on our side, you nincompoop.
There must be a way we can resolve this.
I've got it! Rock, paper, scissors! Rock, paper, scissors.
Quiet, all of you. We are taking Margarita. Edward, do you have the map?
Yeah?
I want all of you to step away. The caboose is about to pull out.
Well, that's not a very nice thing to say about Margarita.
When this train pulls out of the station, we are going to be on it, all alone. You are not going to follow us.
What about Sergeant Filcher?
Well, except Sergeant Filcher. He is with us. He is one of the bad guys, you moronic fire hydrant. Now back away.
Aren't you gonna help me, Officer Crumbcake?
Cut back on the carbs and try some Pilates.
Louise, Edward, Margarita, and Filcher board the train, leaving behind Lucy and Alfie.
We have got to follow them.
But the train is pulled out. We'll never catch them on my scooter.
We'll have to take a cab and hope we get to the pier in time.
Over there, there's a cab stand.
Excuse me, we need a ride and we need a driver willing to break the sound barrier.
Yeah, that could be arranged.
You know, you look awfully familiar.
The name's Chapin. Where you headed?
Pointing bat.
Point Digby. And we need to get there before the train that just left the station. Can you do it?
I could do it with one hand tied behind my back and stuffed in the trunk.
How about sitting in the front seat behind the steering wheel?
Well, that would be easier. Let's go, ladies.
The car was rolling on down the highway within minutes, with the speedometer reading 150 kilometers an hour. Chapin weaved in and out of traffic.
This reminds me of when I was a kid.
Your father used to drive like a maniac?
No, I used to get car sick a lot.
Well, roll down the window a little.
What are we going to do if we catch up to them?
Somehow we have to free Margarita and contact the local police. It may be difficult because Sergeant Filcher is a cop and they may not believe us.
But I'm a cop too!
Your scooter has training wheels.
Even if we free Margarita, how are we going to stop the other three from going to get the treasure?
Louise and Edvard only have one half of the map. I noticed that there was another loose page in the dictionary in the study. The map they have may reveal the general area, but they'll never find the treasure without the clues I found.
It's about a 30-minute drive from here to Point Ding Dong. Do you suppose we're going to have to yell for a half hour? Or will we have one of those narrations that moves the story forward?
The cab driver made excellent time and arrived in Point Digby just moments ahead of the train.
Here, keep the change.
Would you mind if I performed a soliloquy from Hamlet?
We haven't got time for that.
I gotta get a better agent.
They are going to want to charter a boat. It will take several days to get to Malta. We'll have to do this without being seen. We'll sneak onto the boat and try to free Margarita.
There they are! They don't have Margarita with them!
What did they do with her? Mama, you don't suppose they threw her off the train?
Or worse, made a travel coach.
Quickly, let's search the train.
The two women ran towards the train.
You search in the berths on the right, and I'll search on the left.
Check.
The two women had nearly gone the length of the train when they finally found Margarita. She was bound and gagged and laying on a seat in a private berth.
Rip the tape off her mouth.
Margarita, how are you?
Not bad. I think the duct tape removed the little old lady mustache I had growing. Thanks.
Did they hurt you?
I'm fine. They left me behind because they thought I would slow them down. They are renting the sloop John C. and chartering it to Malta.
I suggest we sneak onto the sloop John C. They don't have all the map, Margarita. They are missing a page. This page.
We have to notify the police, or Interpol, or Marvel Comics.
Well, we'd better hurry. They called ahead and the boat is departing shortly.
The three women scurried over to the sloop John C.
Okay, let's synchronize our watches.
9:45.
9:45.
Thursday.
Let's sneak onto the boat and meet in the broiler room at 10:45.
Can we make it 11:15?
Yes, that's fine.
An hour later, the three ladies were gathered in the boiler room of the sloop John C. The ship headed southeast towards Malta. Over the course of the next 2 days, the women remained hidden, sharing a few granola bars that Alfie had in her purse, along with rainwater. All the while, they read over the clues Alfie had found in the dictionary in the library.
Read them again.
Okay, listen carefully. 1. The grotto beneath the fresco.
I think I had that for lunch last Tuesday.
2. Madonna weeps her golden rivers.
I think that was a song off her album True Blue.
3. Deep within the guarded cave, the soldier's heart was always brave.
Fascinating.
And it rhymes.
Those were the 3 clues.
Grotto, golden rivers, soldier's heart. What do you suppose it all means?
I'm not sure, but I do know there are cave churches throughout Malta. I suppose there might be a painting of the Madonna in one of them.
I guess the best thing to do is to follow Filcher, and Migrant and see where they go. Their map will likely take them to the right location, and then we can look for the grotto beneath the fresco, a painting of the Madonna, and a soldier's heart.
Am I the only one who is confused?
Yes.
We should be there in 1 week.
So we have to sleep in the sloop?
Yes, several days.
I can't sleep for several days.
6 days later, the sloop John C. pulled into the port of Melilla in Malta. The 3 ladies jumped off the ship and waited in the weeds for Louise, Edvard, and Sarge to depart. Edvard was carrying a gun, and Louise was clutching the map.
According to the map, we should find a gold at the sanctuary of Our Lady of Melilla.
And there's a cave in the church.
Well, there must be. The church is famous for its artwork and secretive past. A painting in the church was rumored to have been painted by St. Luke. It is a place of pilgrimage, so there may be many tourists. Keep the gun hidden, Edward.
Yeah.
The 3 crooks began to hike through the streets of Melilla. The old brick and stone walkways clicked beneath their feet. The 3 ladies followed at a safe distance, weaving in and out of the tourists and sidewalk shops.
Is it okay if I buy a couple of souvenirs?
No, we have to follow them.
The 2 groups journeyed on for about 30 minutes before coming to the church.
There it is, the sanctuary of Our Lady of Melilla.
There it is. Our Lady of Melatonin.
So what do we do now?
I guess we go into the church and look for a cave.
Alright, but let's stick together. Keep your eyes peeled and let's not raise any suspicions.
The 3 bandits mingled in with a group of tourists taking photos.
They've gone into the church. Quickly, let's follow and look for the clues. Remember, soldier, Madonna, grotto. There they are. They're behind the altar.
What do you suppose they are looking for?
I love how your voice echoes in an old church. Hello!
Hello! Hiya! Howdy! Bonjour!
Shh! They'll spot us, Officer Crumbcake.
We have to be quiet.
We have to be invisible.
We can't let them catch us with the other clues.
Other clues?
Migraine.
Well. If it isn't the 3 Stooges, how nice to see you again.
Oh, thank you.
Quiet. You 3 have become a burden. that must be dealt with. I have a gun, so up with your hands, ladies.
Won't that look strange in front of all of these tourists?
They'll think you're charismatic Catholics. Now, move behind the altar and don't do anything foolish.
You can't kill us in a church. What about all the witnesses?
The church closes in 10 minutes. We're going to find the cave and hide in it. And then you are going to give us those clues you have. Now move it.
Edward, what is going on?
I found the 3 musketeers skulking in the church.
I thought we were stooges.
Did you find the cave?
Not yet. We have to hurry. The church is going to close soon.
You, the widow Badenhurst, you have more clues, no?
Why should I give them to you?
Because if you don't, I will kill you all, one by one.
Will we be going alphabetically or by age?
All right, but you're still going to get caught.
Don't worry about me. What are the clues?
I found them in the dictionary. There are 3 of them. 1, the grotto beneath the fresco. 2, Madonna weeps her golden rivers. 3, deep within the guarded cave, the soldier's heart was always brave.
What does that mean?
I don't know. They are clues.
What's a grotto?
I think it was one of the Marx brothers.
An underground water storage area. Like a cave. But where do we find it?
Perhaps by the painting of the Madonna. There is a famous one in this building.
Yes, the painting of St. Luke. It is over here. You 3. Put your hands down, but don't try to escape. Keep the gun pointed at them, Edward. And there it is. The painting of Madonna.
I don't see any cave.
What are the clues again?
1, the grotto beneath the fresco. 2, Madonna weeps her golden rivers. 3, deep within the guarded cave, the soldier's heart was always brave.
Excuse my ignorance, but what's a fresco?
If you say it is a grapefruit-flavored soda, I am going to kill you.
No, it's a technique from mural paintings executed upon freshly laid lime plaster. Water is used as the vehicle for the pigment, and with the setting of the plaster, the painting becomes an integral part of the wall.
Well, this painting of Madonna isn't a fresco. The only mural is over there on the other side of the church.
We'd better hurry. The church is beginning to close.
Look, there is a painting of Mary in the mural.
But what has that got to do with the clues?
This is like the Da Vinci Code without the budget.
All together now. 1, the grotto beneath the
grotto
fresco.
beneath
1, 2,
the fresco.
Madonna weeps her
The
golden
grotto beneath the
rivers.
fresco.
Madonna weeps her golden rivers.
Madonna weeps her golden rivers.
The
soldier's heart is always
Always
brave.
brave.
The grotto is beneath the fresco.
Oh, but where? It is a big mural.
Look, there is a discoloration running from the painting of Madonna towards the floor behind that pew.
It's a rusty water stain.
Could that be the Golden River?
Quickly, they're going to ask us to leave.
The water stain ends here, by this air vent.
Do you suppose the grotto is down below here?
There's only one way to find out.
Ask the curator?
No! Help me pry off the vent cover.
Within a few seconds, the vent cover was off, and each of them crawled into the opening, which led to a large staircase into the basement of the church. Edward replaced the cover, and just in time, as a church security guard with a lot of keys walked by. He had a lot of keys. The party continued down into the basement, which was, as they suspected, an old grotto filled with water and lit by lanterns.
This is the grotto cave. The gold is somewhere in the basement.
I think it is time we said goodbye to our 3 ladies.
Oh, why? Are you gonna leave?
Grab the tape and rope and bind and gag them. Use a lot of tape on Officer Crumb Cake. Now, let's look for the gold.
But that way is a dead end. We will have to follow the lanterns.
This doesn't make any sense. The treasure is supposed to be here. Something about the soldier's heart was always brave.
What was that?
That was just the water lapping against the wall. It was a wave.
There shouldn't be a wave down there.
Maybe it was the water snake.
I'm not afraid of snakes.
Or a barracuda.
I'm not afraid of a barracuda.
Or someone flushed the toilet.
Didn't we see a coat of armour about 50 yards back?
There, against that pillar. It is a coat of armour. Look at the inscription on the wall. Fernando, a brave knight who met his death at the Battle of Waterloo.
A brave knight.
Look at his breastplate. There is a heart on his chest and a small circle in the middle of it.
Oh, it doesn't say anything on it.
Maybe press it with your finger.
The pillar's opening.
Mamma mia!
Grab a lantern. Hold a lantern over the entrance.
I can't see a thing. It's too black. Now what are we going to do?
You are going to hand me the lantern and move away from the entrance.
Edward, what is wrong with your voice?
My name is not Edward Michael. It is Serge. Serge Protecteur. I am, how you say, double your crossing. Now give me the lantern before I am forced to use my pistol.
How could you do this? We were partners in crime. We shared such wonderfully devious moments. The conniving, the lawlessness, the flouting of parking laws. You betrayed me.
You knew the risk, mon cher amour. Now, give me the lantern and stand aside. I am going into the cave to find the gold.
You're going to pay for this, Serge?
I am going to pay for many things once I have all the gold. Now, out of my way. See you later, you alligator. Ah!
The gun and the lantern fell to the ground as Surge Protector tumbled into the dark abyss. Down and down he fell.
Ah!
His voice echoing through the grotto.
Ah!
Fading slowly
Ah!
as he tumbled deeper.
Ah!
It's nothing but a black hole. There is no gold.
What happened?
What? How did you escape?
I undid the ropes.
I took off the tape. Most of it.
Don't come any closer. I have Serge's gun.
Who's Serge?
Edward. Rick. Ivan? The pirate guy.
He's gone. He fell into that abyss.
None of it matters anyway. There is no gold. We pressed the button on the soldier's heart, and all it did was open up into a hole.
Well, if there's no gold, then there's no reason for you to point that gun at us.
You don't think I'm going to let you go, do you? You report us to the authorities. Yeah, I can't do hard time again.
But you can't kill us. She said stick up your hands.
Officer Crumbcake, you have a gun?
She said yes. You're under arrest.
You'll never take me alive. Open it, Louise! Open it!
Me too. She got me.
Everything's growing darker. There's a bright light.
I can't hold on. My eyes are fading.
There's a tunnel. A long tunnel.
I hear music. Soft, enchanting music.
I see Grandma. She's baking biscuits.
Harps. An orchestra of harps.
Louise! I didn't want it to end this way. Do you have any last words to say to me?
Yes. I think my dying scene is much stronger than yours. Oh.
They're gone. Sarge, Louise, pirate guy.
What a terrible ordeal. All this for nothing? There is no gold, no treasure?
Awful.
But why would my Broderick say there was a treasure if there wasn't? It doesn't make sense. We risked our lives and traveled all the way to Malta for nothing. What's she saying?
I don't know. Perhaps I should remove her tape.
That does remove the little whiskas.
Look, there's a piece of paper in the coat of armor. Right plate.
You're right.
What does it say?
It is a note from Broderick. My dearest Alfie, if you have found this note, then you know there is no gold treasure, my lumpy sugar dollops. For no treasure is as great as our love, my tender snow peas. You are all the wealth I ever needed, and like the summer sunset in the high Arctic in July, my love for you never fades. I place this note here in the heart of this armor to signify that you have always been in my heart, my baby bugbear. Through all eternity, there has never been a love so enduring as the love I have for you. You will always be my cuddle muffin doodle bug. Broderick.
That's beautiful.
You're his lumpy dollop of sugar.
And so, all this running from place to place, all the danger and suspense, all of it was simply to tell you that he loved you.
Yes. Wasn't really worth it, was it?
No.
As it turns out, Louise, Edvard, Sergeant Filcher, and Surge Protector were not dead. Surge and Louise had simply been wounded because Lucy used a paint gun. Surge had fallen into the hole that was only 2 feet deep. Officer Crumbcake arrested them, and they were extradited back to the UK for kidnapping, uttering threats, and breaking the fourth wall. They were found really, really guilty. The end.
We hope you've enjoyed tonight's production of The Return of the Sequel, Part 2. This is a fundraiser for ICHTHYS Theatre Productions, so be sure to check out the GoFundMe link at the bottom of the screen. We want to thank all of the actors involved tonight. What a fabulous job they did, and especially the Rope Factory Event Hall for the use of their facility, and our editor, Jessica Hamilton. Now, here's the good news. Coming in July, it's Before the Prequel, Dawning Inception, a sequel to the sequel of Before the Return of the Sequel, Part 2. Anyway, it's coming in July. Be sure to watch the ICHTHYS Theatre Productions Facebook page for all of the details. It's the sequel of the Return of the Sequel,